Hey, seniors, you guys are almost at the finish line and you guys are about to get ready to graduate. It was good seeing some of you in the classrooms on today. And I took some of your questions and I wanted to make sure that I'm giving you all the information that is needed in order for you to navigate your final exam exemption forms. So, with that being said, I want to make sure that I'm properly introducing myself because some of you may not know me. I'm Miss Garner. I am the 11th grade administrator, but I am here to serve you guys as well. And I want you to know that Ms. Shuttlesworth is your direct administrator that's going to be able to help you to navigate through the rest of your senior year. So if you have any questions for me, please go ahead and jot down my email address. It is cgarner@jeffcoed.com. Wanted to get the formalities out of the way. I'm super excited to be able to help you guys navigate through these exemption forms. Some of you guys probably didn't know who I was, so I wanted to make sure that I put a face with the name. I'm sure that you receive a lot of information from me on Cougar Chronicles, Parent Square, and all of the other different platforms. But with that being said, I want to make sure that this is a quick tutorial on making sure that you understand all the requirements and criteria for you guys to be able to exempt your final exams. So I'm going to share my screen with you all, and then we're going to go ahead and get started. Um, Inside of here is a folder that I have, and it's going to, I'm sorry, let me get this off. It's going to show you what all is inside of the folder that the teachers have. So as you can see, it has every single component that you need, but I want to pull up this particular form right here because it is your 12th grade exemption form. Okay. So you're the only class that can exempt 4 exams. Everybody else is going to be 3, 2, and 1. All right. And so with that being said, with you being a senior, this is all Jefferson County's policy. If you have been chronically absent, then you will not be able to exempt. All right. Choice 1 means that you have to exempt based off of your attendance. You only need a 75% in that particular class. So let's just say that you decided that you wanted to exempt history because you have met all of these different things. You have perfect attendance, you have no more than one tardy, and you have never been suspended in or out of school. All right. So that means that yes, you can check that box and you could exempt that final exam for that particular class. So if you chose history based off of the first one, then you have to choose another subject for the second choice. So you still can have no suspension, a minimum average of a 90, and attendance is not considered except for you guys that are chronically absent. We are very serious about being chronically absent. And as you guys know, graduation tickets are also predicated on the fact of you being able being not being chronically absent. So let's keep that in mind too, because that's coming up in the near future for you seniors. All right. So that means that if you did use choice 1, and let's say you did history or your history class, then you cannot use history here, but you can use your English class if you have a 90% in there and you have no suspensions in or out of school and you have not been chronically absent. So let's keep navigating this form. So the third choice that you have is based on your ACT benchmarks. And all of this is going to be inside of your folder that has been shared with your teacher. So as you can see, there is a PDF with your pre-ACT benchmarks. So make sure that they're looking in there and you are exempt based off of the qualifying score. So for English, you're going to need 18. For math, you're going to need a 22. For reading, a 22. So reading is the only one that's different because if you did benchmark in reading, there's not a class that correlates with that, so we just matched it up with history. So keep that in mind. Science, you can use that for science, of course. Still no suspensions and a minimum average in that class of a 75%. The last way that you can benchmark your fourth exam is by your work keys. All right. So the workplace documents is going to be English or history. Applied math is going to be for math, and graphic literacy is going to be for science. Still no suspensions in or out of school, and a minimum course average of a 75%. So here at the bottom, your teachers are going to kindly print their names and sign their signature. This form has to be turned back into Miss Peterson. She has a designated space for you guys to turn this in, and it is a date that you have to submit it by. If it's not submitted by that date, then it is not going to be accepted. And I know that I slowed that down because I wanted to make sure that I stressed that you will not be able to turn your form in after the due date because there's so much that goes in on the back side. So I would like to thank a bunch of people for helping us to get this together because it's a team effort. When you turn your forms in, there's a process that we have to do, make sure it's verified correctly. We also have to make sure that your grades are up to date. There are other things that we will have to do as well. So please make sure that you're submitting it when we ask for it. Your teachers have that information, so please make sure that you're asking them as well. So just know that every single one is a different class. All right. So you can only use one choice once. I hope that that makes sense. So you can only use the choice once for each of your classes. All right. So I know you have a total of five, but you can exempt up to four. And I just wanted to make sure that I'm going over this form with you, but I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I wanted to make this as short as possible, and I hope that this tutorial helped you guys to navigate through. There are some next steps that I need you to make sure that you're doing. One, view the video, and two, if you have any other follow-up questions, please make sure that you email me directly or Miss Shuttlesworth, and she'll be able to help you as well. But I believe in you and I want you to ace your final exams. I hope you guys have a good evening and thank you so much for your attention.